Hello everyone and welcome to a game between TeRRoR and Stranik. This game is taken, I believe, from, let me double check on this, WarCraft 3 League Season 17 Division 1. Yep, WarCraft 3 League Season 17 Division 1. How could I forget that? As we're looking at, well, TeRRoR spawning as the teal undead player over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, over here on the top right, we have Stranik opening up as the red Night Elf. Night Elf versus Undead in this 1v1 matchup should be a great game. As well, things are already getting underway. What is going to go down between these two particular players? I am expecting a Keeper of the Grove versus a Death Knight. Archers as that standard opening for the Keeper of the Grove, obviously. And then, well, Death Knight with some early ghouls. We may see some early aggression trying to get to level 2, and then from there, or early creeping trying to get to level 2, and then from there, well, we'll see how the players react and respond to each other. Oh, Stranik actually opening up with a Demon Hunter. All right, so Demon Hunter first in this matchup here, coming in from the Night Elf side. Meanwhile, it is still going to be a Death Knight, and well, I like the Demon Hunter in Days of Past. It is able to shut down your enemy heroes very easily once you get to level 3. Level 3 with level 2 mana burn does do wonders against a Death Knight and a Lich. Now, the question is how effective and what is the utility really going to be as we're looking at the Archer now trying to make its way over and getting some damage onto that Acolyte as well. Very nicely done, trying to sneak its way through, just hiding in and moving on across over there, but also in the same time, in the same way, unable to actually finish off that Acolyte here. All right, Archer trying to dive on in, get to that Renegade Wizard. There you have it. A little bit of extra damage added to that unit there as we're going to see, well, more damage coming across here. All right, there goes level 3 Rogue. Another level 3 Rogue will get taken down. I thought I saw an Acolyte. Yeah, an Acolyte is going after TeRRoR's Wisp right there. And we're going to finally see this Renegade Wizard get taken out as well. All right, nice body block with that Acolyte. Meanwhile, back down to the south here, Death Coil coming across, finishing off that Wisp right off over there. And this should give, it's going to give level 3. No, it does not. Lightning Shield finishes off, or level 2, the Lightning Shield finishes off the Wizard, the level 5 Wizard. So it is going to be significantly short right there, as that Rogue is going to end up getting taken down, finally getting a little bit more experience again. All right, TeRRoR is going to be a bit behind right here. Wanted to get very close to level 3, did not get it, and, well, trying to finish off the remaining units now. Meanwhile, off to the north here, we are looking at an Archer purposely wandering around in the back, and this is interesting news here. However, I believe a Death Coil may be able to finish it off. Oh, gets the experience. He gets the Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3 as the Death Knight now wanders back here. Demon Hunter wanted to get off a mana burn, but with that Unholy Aura, able to outpace his opponent. Back off to the north here, Archers gonna get in the harm's way, find that Death Knight, a little bit of damage. There's some skeletal minions. There's a Death Coil to finish off again, and quickly TeRRoR was able to get back into this game. Mana burns now onto that Death Knight as well, as the Death Knight, well, perhaps going to try and make its presence known inside this base here. Skeletal minions making their way around. There is an Archer, well, healing up a little bit as well as the skeletal minion back off on the north. Hello. Thank you for tuning in, as the Death Knight, well, still wandering around here. Tech to tier 2 has already begun for the Night Elf and the Undead. TeRRoR is a little bit further along here. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter still very strong on hit points, even though the Moonwells don't really look that look very open still. So nice use here, as the Demon Hunter going to be able to pick up some Tide Runners, get a Tome of Agility, and just make himself a very powerful frontline hero. Meanwhile, down to the south here, oh, what is this? Skeletal minions making their way over Detonation onto the Death Knight and taking down a skeletal minion too, as the Demon Hunter may try and pick up, yes, a Staff of Teleportation. All right, how much damage are we going to get added in here? That Archer is going to try and, well, retreat back, slipping through those units as the Demon Hunter goes after that Death Knight. Those Archers, well, pinning down to that Death Knight just a little bit. Death Knight continuing to retreat back. Death Knight having a good amount of armor here, and, well, still able to stay alive. That very powerful, or that useful, I wouldn't say very powerful, very useful unholy aura, allowing him to move around the map faster while still regenerating all of those hit points. Back off to the north here. Demon Hunter going to go ahead and get in a quick attack there. Units trying to retreat back here. Meanwhile, Death Knight already making their way back off the north. More skeletal minions being used as the Demon Hunter wants to finish off this Sasquatch, make sure that it doesn't end up getting, Death Coil stealed, but the Death Knight already on the opposite end, bringing in more ghouls as well. All right, what is gonna end up coming across down here? There's gonna see Kobold Taskmaster, a couple of more kobolds gonna get finished off here. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter is already sitting at level 3. Level 2 mana burn is now ripe for the picking, so to speak, being able to completely shut down that Death Knight, who is going to try and get some more mana burns here. Are we going to see a Death Coil or no mana burn? Oh, the mana burn Death Coil was just in time. And I thought I was going to expect to see a 100-point mana burn, but no, only a 45, as the Death Knight was able to get off a level 2 Death Coil first. Gargoyles are in the air looking for perhaps some easy archers to pick down. There are a good number of archers here just lying in wait, and now the gargoyles are going after those wisps. Wisps, well, very vulnerable to gargoyle attack. They only have 120 hit points, the least amount out of all of the workers. And meaning that's the reason why gargoyles work so well in this matchup, as the Demon Hunter is still trying to chase around here, going after another skeletal minion. However, absorbing a lot of damage at this stage that I would not have expected. What is that Demon Hunter going to do? Going to head off back to the north. Gargoyles are starting to mass up a little bit more, as we now see a Panda join in on the fight. Panda in on the fight, meaning Breath of Fire should shut down those gargoyles a bit much if the gargoyles try to, try to make their presence known too much there. Are we going to see a Breath of Fire coming across there? Was waiting for the Breath of Fire. The gargoyles, perhaps, however, being microed very well by TeRRoR, making sure to try and dodge that Breath of Fire as it makes its way back out. All right, we're going to be looking Kobold Taskmaster taking down Tome of Agility. More units going to be picked back up here. Panda going to be coming across. There's a mana burn. Are we going to see a Breath of Fire? No, the Gargoyle is still backing away, and the Demon Hunter going after all of those units. Archers could be in a little bit of trouble. Still no Breath of Fires. No, it was Drunken Haze. All right, no wonder. Going for Drunken Haze first, and there you go. There's a little bit of that slow, and without an Orb of Venom, well, things just could be becoming a little bit more difficult. That Archer finally getting taken down as the Death Knight's Rune Blade hits its back. Panda has Haze, yeah. Well, normally you see, I expect to see Breath of Fire first. Seeing Haze there in that spot, well, a little bit questionable, especially if you know that your opponent is going to be going for gargoyles, and that is the absolute perfect timing for gargoyle harassment. That you know it's going to be pushing in. You've already seen 2 gargoyles in the air. Ooh, nice rock golem being forced to wander all the way back around. A potion of greater healing given to the brewmaster as the Demon Hunter making its way up over here. The Tree of Life has actually eaten through the tree line in order to get into a good, proper position. Back here, the gargoyles are just going to town on wisps, being able to get in a lot of that damage. Demon Hunter still does not have an Orb of Venom, as the Tree of Eternity upgrade is, well, just still getting completed. Ancient of Wonders also being added as well, as the gargoyles are just having fun in the sun right now, trying to take down these moonwells, and should be able to do it. The archers are not going to be able to make their way over easily, and the Panda, now finally sitting at level 2, should be able to put pressure onto those gargoyles. The sheer amount of damage that the Brewmaster should be able to deal would have been a big issue, as another mana burn goes down onto that Death Knight. All right, we are looking at mass ghouls. I am interested to see what TeRRoR is going for. This mass ghoul army with gargoyles does show. Well, there goes another wisp again, trying to repair. Not working out well. Panda should have just considered trying to drink from that moonwell instead of these two off over here. You have one full moonwell, and you also lost a full moonwell early on. That is going to be a problem. Orb of Venom should be available at the shop. Why didn't he pick it up? I do not know. Orb of Venom should be absolutely necessary at this stage, as we are going into a Hunter's Hall now, but the gargoyles have something to say about that. Archers now trying to offer a bit of protection, but I believe TeRRoR is just owning the skies, and by owning the skies should be able to control the pacing of this game. The real question is going to be this Brewmaster, if it gets to level 3, whether or not those Breaths of Fire are really going to work to its advantage. Tome of Strength +2 is going to get picked up. Death Knight is right there. Come on, just finish off those units. What are you doing? Breath of Fire finishing 2 off, and there you go. Going to have a problem. There's a Potion of Greater Healing. There's a Drunken Haze. Are we going to see a Breath of Fire? No, we're not, as the Breath of Fire is still on cooldown, trying to retreat all the way back here. And, well, even the Panda used the Potion of Greater Healing, but not working out well at all as the units. What is it doing? Wow, able to make its way through. There's another Breath of Fire. What's the it's Staff of Preservation saving, as it seemed to be a little bit of a bait right there. Demon Hunter going after some of those units, and you're going to see that life slowly tick away, and then finishing off another one there. 2 ghouls getting taken down. Gargoyles now making their way back off to the north. 47 supply compared to 47. Panda should have a decent amount of hit points again. Is it going to try to pick up an Orb of Venom, Potion of Healing, or anything of that nature? There's a Moonstone. There's that Potion of Healing. And as I said back earlier, losing that full Moonwell definitely hurt. As we can see now, well, those Moonwells are all bone dry, forcing a Moonstone to be used. Gargoyle is going to have an easy time taking down this Moonwell here, as the Panda, well, going to go, Demon Hunter getting Staff of Preservation, trying to put pressure back once more, as those units now head back home. Brewmaster, Clarity Potion, Clarity Potion used up. Demon Hunter with that fast movement speed, able to chase down those units. Does it have Boots of Speed? Yes, it does. And able to get in one attack. And as you see, those attacks actually deal quite a bit of damage, especially as that Demon Hunter is able to add in all of that damage over time, even with the Death Knight's Unholy Aura and better regeneration. Still not going to be enough, as the army of archers are there welcoming that army of gargoyles. We're still looking at a solo Death Knight now. Well, nope, I take it back. Lich now out onto the field. We should be going into Orb of Corruption here in just a second, as the Demon Hunter, Demon Hunter gets preserved back home. Goblin Shredder could be in trouble, and here we are. Demon Hunter is right there trying to go after those gargoyles. Is it 1 or 2 of them going to get taken down, as we're looking at, a Goblin Shredder completely lost there, but I don't believe any gargoyles were lost. Still great play there, as we're looking at the Lich, who has Claws of Attack coupled with a Gloves of Haste. All it needs now is an Orb of Corruption, and that Lich's ranged attack will be extremely powerful. All right, in comes some damage. Are we going to see a Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire? Why even add the Drunken Haze? It's not like they repair slower. And if they are that, unless they're trying to get that damage over time bit, but it doesn't look like that damage will amount to anything. 140 mana used to not really do much there. A little bit of mismanagement again. Stranik currently having a couple of shadow melded archers, 17 to 21 damage down to the south. Improved marksman, or the marksmanship, is about to get added here. It's going to greatly increase the amount of damage these archers deal, and all of a sudden we're going to see a big shift in how long these gargoyles stay in the air, as the Death Knight now perhaps going to try and keep these units alive and well. Back on Blight, Obsidian Statue going to be healing up these units once more, up at 52 supply compared to 57. TeRRoR having the slight supply advantage, as the archers, could they just try and start pelting some of those units? Yes, they are. That's what exactly they're doing, as the archers with 700 range going up against the Spirit Towers and the Nerubian Towers, exactly the same range there. As well, there goes a Breath of Fire, saving one archer. All right, level 3, damage going to be pressuring in. Are the units going to try and engage? There's an Orb of Venom on both the Brewmaster and that Demon Hunter, which is going to be a very big deal, as now damage is adding up. All right, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, able to dodge a bit of that damage from that Breath of Fire right there. Beautifully done, as the Demon Hunter tries to finish off, at least all of those ground units. Skeletal minions, absorbing a bit of damage. Not quite sure what this is all about. Are we going to see an Obsidian Statue get taken down? Yes, we are. Mana Burn coupled with Breath of Fire is enough there, as the archers are retreating back. All right, Ghoul trying to make their way through as well. How much damage can get added in? Level 3 now on the Lich. That is absolutely scary, as Frost Nova is just going to be able to, freeze all of those archers in their tracks for, eventual death by Frostbite. Breath of Fire coming back around. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, Swirl of Healing quickly being used again as we're looking at those units trying to stay alive. Level 5 now on the Death Knight. TeRRoR in absolute complete control of this game as those archers are just getting torn apart once more. Orb of Venom finally adding a little bit more damage over time as we're going to see them go ahead and try and land. Vampiric Aura, Unholy Aura, Demon Hunter now finally sitting up to level 4. Are we going to see the Lich? Yes. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability trying to save as this is just turning into a long, drawn-out battle here. Lich does have, well, Dark Ritual could try and get a little bit more mana. Gargoyle is taking up into the air. Staff of Preservation saving up a unit as the Demon Hunter still has enough mana for a mana burn. Death Knight, well, should have been mana burned, mismanaged by Stranik again. Demon Hunter at full hit points should have been leading the army, doing some body blocking, being able to mana burn that Death Knight, saving some of those archers as well. And these gargoyles are just those gargoyles just working out too well there. Hippogriffs versus the hippogriffs versus gargoyles is always a little bit like who's gonna win out in that battle first. Trying to also upgrade that damage is key. Those gargoyles are 1/1 upgraded, and with obsidian statues and scrolls of healing, that mainly becomes the reason why gargoyles win out in that air battle. The gargoyles also have faster movement speed because of the Death Knight's Unholy Aura, allowing those units to get to melee range much faster and easier. All right, Demon Hunter Panda in that frontline spot. Scroll of Healing on that Brewmaster here. We do have one Druid of the Talon. Not quite sure what that is about there. We're going to see a Ghoul getting taken down as a Breath of Fire does come across here. All right, Wisp going to come in from the other side. Mass Detonation should be coming in across here. What are we looking at as we are looking at the Druids of the Talon here? Ghouls just trying to swarm and surround some of these units. There's another Breath of Fire trying to keep all of those archers alive. And yeah, the Ghouls are actually going to fall apart pretty quickly as well. 47 supply compared to 49. Demon Hunter, Brewmaster up to level 4. Lich also at level 4. Another Breath of Fire coming back across the other way as those gargoyles are still going to town off on all of those units. All right, we're still looking at more damage coming across here as we see another, I believe that was a gargoyle getting taken down. Both sides fighting their way. Mana burn finally coming across. Death Knight needs to get mana burned too. A Death Coil should be coming across from that Death Knight here in just a moment. Staff of Preservation going to get healed back up as the Brewmaster is in trouble. No mana burn from that Demon Hunter, which would have, well, saved that last 150 or 200 some odd hit points on that Brewmaster there as he's forced to buy a scroll or a potion of lesser invulnerability. Where is that Demon Hunter now? He's teleported to somewhere. Going to go ahead and heal back up. Brewmaster trying to retreat back there. Are we going to see a Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across all of those units? They're going to be taking a little bit of damage over time. But where is the Demon Hunter? That is the question. Demon Hunter trying to get back in here. Panda buys another potion. There's a mana burn finally coming across there. There's a Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, a last dying effort. But that last dying effort may be enough to really do a lot of damage to all of those units who are trying to escape. Archers are completely shadow melded right here. And what is going on here? Shadow melded archers. Goblin Shredder getting tired. And there's a reveal as well. Demon Hunter getting up to level 5. Scroll of Town Portal. Scroll. And then Frost Nova is coming back across. Are so many archers going to get lost? Yes, they are. And hiring up a Goblin Shredder as a mercenary to take down those units. Absolutely clutch here by TeRRoR. Demon Hunter needs to make its way back over. There's a Frost Nova, there's a Death Coil, and really it may just be mismanagement of mana burn is the reason for the loss in this game here. Demon Hunter having maxed out mana, but unable to, well, come on, mana burn the Obsidian statue. Well, mana burning that Lich, also important. Also getting the Obsidian statue is going to be a big deal as well. 36 supply compared to 33. Demon Hunter now trying to escape. Orb of Venom Death Knight, while closing in on that distance. What is going to be purchased? Buying that Dust of Appearance. Buying the Dust of Appearance and then selling it back to try and keep those archers alive. We are looking at a couple of Moonwells back across here. Resurrection on that Panda. And, well, the Obsidian statue, Death Knight, if it gets mana burned once more, nope, not going to be enough. And throughout that match, you heard me say mana burn, mana burn, mana burn. If you're going for Demon Hunter first in that matchup, the way you really win is by controlling how much mana the Death Knight and that Lich has for that hero nuking. We did not see that being controlled, especially throughout much of the match. We saw potions of invulnerability having to be used, archers being lost, and then mana burns for like 6 instead of mana burns for 100. It could have been that TeRRoR was just on top of all of that, but it didn't feel like Stranik was focusing or concentrating on that particular aspect of the game. Stranik was probably focusing on other things, but oftentimes, just as in life, um, rearrangement of your priorities is often enough to get you ahead rather than dropping things completely. I think um, if mana burn was constantly on cooldown, as it often is in a demon hunter or in a night elf versus undead matchup, if you're able to see 0 mana on your demon hunter, you know you're doing a good job because you're controlling the mana on your opponent's heroes. Didn't get to see that there. TeRRoR able to just constantly harass. Stranik felt like he was trapped in a corner, taking a beating, losing those wisps, losing those moonwells, and mentally it felt like he was trapped there and couldn't really break free. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.